Hi guys, so I'm going to do a little video on a bit of scalping. I'm going to go short here on the basis that we may see a bit of a sell-off in and around the resistance of today's high and the strength of this sell-off. The likelihood is that it's not going to break the high of today, and we could see a bit of a sell-off. However, if we have got it wrong, okay, we will cut the trade, okay? So it's all about risk management. I'm doing the one recording on one screen because it's obviously easier. I've got two screens that I flick between and a monitor and an iPad. But we'll just use a simple, hopefully a simple strategy where we can get a nice sell-off. I mean, we're not after masses. 40 points equally. We will risk roughly the same. Yeah, 1-to-1, 4.5, and we'll see, because we'll give it an amount of room to breathe. Obviously, using higher, larger capital, you can. Whoops, sorry. You can. You can lose a chunk. Equally, if you're on a smaller account, them 100 quid soon add up. And we're just seeing if we can get to a. If we do test in and around here, 800, and we break, we could see a nice, we'll say a 30-point move. Equally the same. Could be a slow burner, this one. While this is going, and I've set my parameters, that's it. I'm fixed in with my trade. I'm not going to change them parameters. If I've got it wrong, I'm gonna take the 4% loss. Okay. Equally, if I've got it right, I mean, I'd like to get squeezed a little bit more. It's probably not the best example to show you, but we'll see. I've had a good week, so ordinarily I probably wouldn't have traded that. We're 11 minutes in on the 1 minute candle. There's no massive wicks off there. On the 15, we'll see. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch base on this, on the reason why I thought the Nasdaq might break support in and around 15,700. I think I mentioned it. Purely because of the technicals, okay? This graph is telling us a lot. We've seen what's happened on the daily as of, summer. We've just rallied and rallied and rallied. Equally, this consolidation period here, well, sorry, not consolidation period, this little sell-off and these support levels here, I mean, this is a nice wick off showing you that if you'd have bought in and around 200, even on the same day, it would have recouped quite a bit. Good 300 odd points. See, this trade's coming down a little bit now, so we'll see. We'll just let it breathe a little bit. If I see it's a grand or so, I might take it because 1%. I'm happy with that. I have kind of forced that trade a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on this whilst we're doing the video. So yeah, this support here was eventually going to get broken, especially when they forget all the other drama that went on in the news and the Feds. The main topic of question here is the yields, okay, which massively affect tech because they tend to borrow a lot of money, and that's going to affect them. They borrow a lot of money from the banks. However, your technicals here, it was too obvious, this to me. If something's too obvious, it's generally not a viable, logical move. It's a bit like if someone comes to you and said, "There's a Ferrari there for 500 quid for $5 grand." Some things are too good to be true. And this here, I can't remember what we was on the 15 minute or why I actually came to that evaluation. I'm going to put or attach the photo in this little description, or this little trade, or this little explanation, and showing you that I can't remember where it was, but we had a couple of days where we wasn't getting, and we had some nasty consolidation here. And the likelihood was, if we broke this support here, which was looking imminent, it was always wanting to test it, the price action was showing us that the price was somewhat negative, and a sell-off could happen. Don't forget, this is only on tech. Imagine when the real drama starts kicking in with whatever it is, another COVID variant, another interest rate hikes. We're on about doing 4 this year. I know Powell just spoke, wasn't paying too much attention. I'm being a little bit busy. I've done well this week. This is why I like my scalping, guys, because I think I bought in and mentioned again. I'll put another picture of the video, picture of the trade that I did where I would trying to time this reversal. Listen, this isn't easy, guys. If you think that timing this here, nigh on perfect, and even if you timed it on here, yeah, granted there were a 100-point move, which was outstanding, we're wanting to time it here, okay? So this is why we have to be patient. Sometimes I let FOMO kick in, and I actually, the trade that I'm going to do, I actually entered here. I thought it's not going to bounce down to 200. I'll just FOMO again, but we try and get certainly as a scalper, we're trying to almost speculate this reversal, and I'm still privy to waiting and being patient, which I often wait for a change of direction and a retest, change of direction, retest, and this was your entry here. I mean, really, your entry was in and around here. As soon as it broke this little support area here, which is obviously, yeah, it's just, well, it's this support as well, so you can use this as a guide. Not too concerned about this trade as of now. I'm just going to see if it bounces back. Without rambling on, this was on the cards. It was kind of on the cards here. You know, these dip purchases here, this is why you need to take full advantage, certainly if you're a swing trader. I actually had added capital to my longer term investment, which was great. So I get the best of both worlds. If I've got it wrong, I'm still in at a reasonable entry. The likelihood of this selling off down to 14.5 and 14 may be, you know, ludicrous, but you don't know if these depressions and recessions kick in. I mean, we can see what happened in COVID, where the market lost 10,000, 4,000 points. You know, that figure there, should a depression and recession and all that kick in, it could bring us down to, you know, 10,000, which is ludicrous because obviously companies increase in value and there's more liquidity getting pumped around. So there we go, we're coming in here now, and this is why I let trades breathe. Bearing in mind, we were well within our 1 to 5% rule. Not overly confident with this trade. I'd like to see it break 800. However, it's hard when you're sitting these £1,000 there, or even £500. Sometimes when the volume's a little bit scarce, and it may be just a silly bounce and then back and a silly bounce, you can take advantage of these 50 quids on the 10 grand account, or if you've got an 100 grand account, you can take advantage of them 500 quids. Sometimes I might open my laptop, I might take a little 500 quid, 1,500 quid, a small scalp, and I'm happy. We will see this trade through, win or lose. I'm hoping that it's going to change direction now. But again, if your buyers come in and thinking that 800 is a key level, so be it. That's your price action. There's nothing we can do about that, guys. We're not gonna kill ourselves. Equally, if there's an amount of money on the table and we get down to half of our risk here, I mean, it's always nice locking a bit of profit in, but you can't do that yet. Equally, you can minimise your risk if you feel it may go against you, and you don't want to lose the $4 or 4%. I'm going to wrap this up, guys, here, and maybe do another video if this continues on. So it's gone from a small scalp sort of, but it's just dragged out a little bit. I thought it might have just pulled back a little bit for a nicer sweet scalp. You don't always get them right, guys. Do you know what I mean? Me included, notwithstanding the fact there were 800 quid on there, and if I was paying attention, just wanted a little touch before my tea, it would have been a nice little pre-starter, but because them £1,000 add up, believe you me. I mean, I was trading with the 10k account, and you know, them £100-200 a days were soon adding up. We'd like to see a little break here, test 805. Equally, if it's not wanting to touch 800 or nowhere near it, might just break this at break even. Can't win them all, guys. And the buyers are coming in at 800. So be it. It is what it is. You know, we're working on them parameters. I'm all over the place with this bloody thing, aren't I? The beauty is with larger capital, you know, 2 or 3 trades at £1 a piece, you know, you're talking 60% on your money. A couple of grand a day is 40% on your money. Sometimes what I do is put it on the 3 minute, and yeah, so we're not even getting any indication of this. Could be a slow burner, so I'm gonna cut it shortly and just take a little bit of profit on that grand there, see if it touches it. See, look, it's just testing round here. If all these algorithms and that are buying in and around here, then you've got no chance. I'm going to cut this, guys. I'm not going to fry my head out, certainly on the video. But you'd hope for a little bit of a reversal, and that's what I like picking up from these key levels, from the logic of this movement here. These bits of money soon add up. Again, you know, I don't sound like a stuck record. Of course, if we would have got an here, great. This would have been your perfect entry for an intra swing. Equally here, a nice little short, hoping for a small pullback. You know, kind of forcing this example, but I wanted to do a bit of a 2-in-1 video just to show you the logic behind my opinion that we could break and see 15,000. I'm not sounding like a stuck record, and I'm not gloating. I mean, this would have been great here, wouldn't it, from there to there. So you got 2,000. So if you'd have bought in here at 14.5, yep, and swing traded that all of October, yep, into November. I don't know if I was in Marbella then. On 100k, you'd have walked away with £268,000 profit. Equally, if you was on a 10k account, you'd have walked away with 26. I mean, it's 26% on your money, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. Equally, if you're on the wrong side of it, you know, you're ballsed up, so to speak. Not 26, 260%. What mind about? Flipping out. Idiot. 10,000 times 260% divided by 100 is, yeah, 26. So yeah, all good. Just showing you some logic approaches to, listen, don't be considering this as your set in stone support. There could be some nasty traps which this would have seen a lot of people off. Certainly if there was in here and expecting, this candle here on the 3rd of January, we're going to break 500, 16,500 and romp on. No, it wasn't to be. And, you're losing a lot of money here. There was 150% on your money here, 260 here. These leveraged accounts need to be respected. Just going to see what that trade's doing now. Yeah, there's ever so slightly more room once we broke here. I could have maybe kept on to it. Equally, if it had gone through 800, we would have been wanting to test either the EMAs or logical round numbers. 700 could have even been on the cards, might be tonight. So we're sort of preempting the price action movement without guessing too much. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that video, and let me know if you need any more like this.